here at Judson University. This is our second broadcast game today, our fourth overall. We apologize for the late start. We're having some technical difficulties, but keep in mind we're all a high school team with only a few older adults. I am joined with my mom, who is one of the few adults that are working on this team. But everything else that's run in the truck is teenagers. All the cameras are run by teenagers, and we're trying our very best. So we have some problems to work through, but we're slowly but surely getting there.
You're getting there. Shout out to the Beacon Academy out of South Elgin High School. They do a great job on all their broadcasts. It really is an amazing group of kids. So just be a little bit patient, and we'll have everything going in just a moment.
Trying our very best. So this game is the Rock Creek Patriots versus the Bo Jackson Blast. The game already started. We're now in the bottom of the first inning, and nobody has scored yet.
So we've got Bo Jackson Blast, number 27, Maddie Barber, starting it off. She's our center fielder. Looks like she is a lefty slapper,
which is something that we like to see. We were talking about this the past couple games is players are starting to realize like what they like to do, especially pitchers finding new pitches that they like. Batters in the box, whether they're a power hitter, contact hitter, if they want to slap, if they're really good at bunting. And so I like to see a lot of slapping starting young. And it looks like she might be a switch hitter. I haven't seen that yet. She was just in the lefty box, and she just turned around to the other side, put her elbow guard on the other arm, and now is batting righty in the box. That is not something that you see every day.
You don't, especially at this age level. 13U doesn't do a lot of switch hitters.
That's not something that you see very often at all, especially switching mid at bat. It's one thing if you're batting lefty one at bat and then going righty the other one, but switching mid at bat, that's definitely a hard thing to do. You got to switch your whole mindset around.
Yeah.
But she will take first base on a walk.
Now we have number 12, Hope Davis, who is the pitcher for the Blast. She is also batting lefty. It'll be interesting to see if she's a switch hitter as well.
That would definitely be a sight to see.
All right, so we've got 1 ball, no strikes. If you're watching, Blast is a team that it's basically all white with black socks and neon green and black numbers.
And she'll take second base. She'll steal on that pitch. Looks like they're starting out really, really aggressive. I personally have not heard of this team, but looks like they're trying to put themselves on the map. They're really aggressive and looking to play. She's got a really big lead off at second base, and they're coming out to play.
Well, I'm pretty sure Bo Jackson Blast comes out of the Bo Jackson Dome. And obviously the older set of parents that are watching know who Bo Jackson is.
I don't.
You don't. Bo Jackson was a football player and a baseball player for the pros in both.
I didn't know you could do that.
He did.
Fancy, fancy.
I think if I remember correctly, there was a commercial like Bo Knows or something like that. Bo Knows Sports.
All right, we just had a ground out. Runner will advance to third base, and our batter will take strike one for the first pitch. This is number 10, Gabby
Godino.
She'll hit it to the pitcher. She'll bobble it. Overthrow. She'll take second. Runner will score. She'll stay on second base. It was a little bit of quick thinking by the pitcher. She wanted to make sure that the runner wouldn't score. Let's take another look at it. Try to figure out exactly what was going through her mind. The throw just got away from her, and she'll take second base.
All right, that pitch just hit the plate, bounced away from the catcher. And the runner advances to third.
And also one of the white balance or whatever, the exposure is really off on one of the cameras. Okay, cool, thanks. that will be called a ball. That was a little bit close to the strike zone. She's got 2 balls, no strikes on her now. We have 1 out in the field, runner on third base, and the Blast have scored 1 already. She will take her first strike of the at-bat. This is Mila
Haskins.
All right, the count is 3 balls, 1 strike. The Rock Creek Patriots are the one in the red and looks like navy blue pinstripes. On screen it looks a little bit black, but in person it looks more navy blue. I always like seeing pinstripes.
Pinstripes look cool. And red and navy is a good combination. Oh,
solid hit past the second baseman. Right fielder will field it, run will score, and she'll stay at first base. That was really good connection there. No chance there for the second baseman or the first baseman. Just hit right in between them, and that was a hard line drive in between them. Right fielder did a great job of keeping it in front of her and not letting her advance to second base. Number 44 for the Blast is up now. That would be Maddie Pocus. Oh, Avery
Gage.
Avery Gage. My apologies. I skipped a line. All right, we still have 1 out on the field. Runner on second base now. 3 balls, no strikes for the Blast here. And she'll take her first strike down the middle. It's interesting to see different types of coaching when there's 3 balls and no strikes. I know a lot of teams will give the take sign, forcing the pitcher to throw a strike. And I know some other coaches like to give the green light because you know that the pitcher is trying just to get a strike and will aim pretty much down the middle, especially at this age of 13U. And she will be walked. So now we have Maddie up to bat. She'll ground her to the shortstop. Throw will not be in time. Runner does advance to third, so it's first and third now.
No, there is a runner on second.
Oh, there's a pole in the way. Bases are loaded. We have 1 out. Score is 2-0. Blast is up. And it... Not sure what that was about. They just had a little conversation with the umpire. But I didn't see any pinch runners. Not sure what that was about.
I think they just tried to settle the pitcher down.
It was the third base coach for the Blast, though.
Oh, I just saw the runners come out into the pitcher's circle. I thought they were calming her down. I did not see the coach.
Yeah, not sure. So the count is 1-1 now in the top of the second inning. Here at this game, she'll swing and miss. That is her second strike of this at bat. We have Callie up to bat. And she'll swing and miss, strike 3. Good pitching there by number 44, Ella Roberts. No, Abigail Johnson for the Patriots.
And another lefty. This is, I think, the 5th one on their team.
Wild pitch, runner will take home and will score. So now we have runner on second and third. Nobody on first. And with our, I think third lefty of the day. Let's take another look at that wild pitch and score. Not even close. Our batter will hit to the pitcher. Throw will be in time, and that will conclude the top of the second inning in this game. So both of these teams we have not seen play yet. Yesterday we watched Huntley play Palatine Stingrays and the State Line Fury, and then we saw them play earlier today. They came out with a lots of energy. They won 12-0, which was quite a shock coming from their 2 losses yesterday. But they came out and they pulled through, and they didn't take anything from the other team.
They did. They were on fire this morning.
They came out to win, that is for sure. But I have not seen either of these teams play so far.
But they did play yesterday. Well, at least Bo Jackson Blast did play yesterday. They're 1-0 in the tournament so far. They won 6-2 over AHQ. So
I'm sure we'll be seeing them later in the day. This is our 2nd out of 5 games today, I believe.
So, yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see. It looks like both pitchers have a lot of speed on them. I'm liking the spin of our pitcher for the Blast. That would be
Hope Davis.
Yep, that would be Hope. And this whole team looks a little small.
They do, compared to the couple of the girls in the earlier game. They all look a little tiny.
They do. But they're coming out strong. 3-0 in the first inning.
And there's nothing wrong with tiny.
No.
Not at all. Small but mighty.
That is true. Quite a contrast from our batter. She looks really tall. Might just be my angle, but she looks really tall. That would be Miss Olivia
Heiner.
Pop up, fair ball. Oh, and they call it foul.
That looked like the catcher touched it in fair and it bounced foul. So that's a little bit interesting in there.
Yes. So if you're not familiar with some of the more specific rules of the game, if the ball lands in fair territory before first or third base and then rolls foul with nobody touching it, it's considered a foul ball. But if it is touched in play and then rolls foul, it is still in play. And it looks like our catcher touched it and knocked it foul, but the umpire still called it foul anyways. The count is 2-2. She just fouled it off again. So it's interesting to see some of the rules, and I know it's pretty hard for umpires sometimes if there's only one of them. I know as you get to the older ages, you usually have 2 umpires, maybe even 3 at the college level for the more important games like the World Series, the championship games that just happened.
Oklahoma bringing in their 4th in a row for the college softball. So.
And looking strike 3, that was a beautiful change up there. I know we were talking about that yesterday, how a bunch of these pitchers are learning what they can and can't do with their pitches. And I know you have quite an unpopular opinion that they should only have a fastball and a changeup and be able to hit their spots perfectly. Well, nobody's perfect.
Before they start learning other pitches is my point. Not that they should only have those, but they definitely, at this younger age, they definitely need to work on ball control before they start doing other pitches. Just my opinion.
That's a respectable one. It's not one that you hear too often, because I'm on Twitter quite a bit, and I see these 11-year-olds with a rise and a drop screw, and those are pitches that even like some college players don't know how to throw.
So it looks like we have number 1, Peyton Soloff. They just took her base on balls. And now we have Jaden Secor, number 2, coming up to bat.
She'll fly out to the center fielder. She drops it, and number 1 will take third base. Let's take another look at that. I know the runners got a little bit lucky there, because if she caught that ball, she would have had to go all the way back to first. You see it just hit off the top of her glove. And that runner made it all the way to second base before she caught the ball. So that could have been really, really bad for the Patriot team. Could have potentially gotten doubled off, but they got a little bit lucky on that one. Runner will try to take second, run will score, and now there's a little bit of a pickle going on. in between first and second base,
Oh,
and she'll
she's-
dive back to first. Throw will get away, and she'll stay on first base.
So I don't know if the catcher just forgot there was a runner on third.
Let's take another look at that. I don't know. It could have been a set play because they could have potentially had her at that, on that throw. Unfortunately, there was just a little, it looked like a little bit of miscommunication between the first baseman and the catcher. Nobody decided to catch that ball. So that's a little bit interesting there. Wild pitch. Runner will take second base, round it, looking for three, and no, runner will go back. Almost an overthrow there. Shortstop was there to recover. So it looks like although the Blast are coming out mighty and really, really aggressive, both in their at-bats and in their fielding, they're a little bit out of control, I would say.
Yeah, they're definitely throwing the ball around the field a little more than they need to. It's one thing you usually don't do. Try not to throw the ball around unnecessarily. You got to make good throws.
Yeah. Kenzie
Ooh, brushed her back. That was a little bit close.
Stratsberger struck out, so now we have 2 outs in the field. Next up we have Gigi Bryant, and she'll have 2 balls on her, no strikes. We have 2 outs in the field. Runner on second base. Let's see what the Blast can do here, if they can hold them. Very nice changeup. She got a piece of it, fouled it off.
Yeah, that she just barely connected on that.
Yeah, this changeup is nasty.
That is definitely good. Yeah, it's not always easy to do change-ups, but looks like she's got pretty good control of hers.
I will say. Bryant will take her first strike, and the runner will
Delayed
advance
steal.
to third. That was also something that we have not seen today.
I have not. She waited. She took a lead about shortstop. As soon as the catcher threw it back to the pitcher, she advanced all the way to third base. That was good base running.
Always have to keep an eye on your runners when throwing back. You can't just be lackadaisical, thinking that they're just going to go back. And she'll swing and miss, and that is strike 3 for Miss Bryant. So that will be the end of the top of the first. It is now the bottom of the second. The Blast will come up to bat again.
That was the end of the second. Top of the second, you said first.
Oh my God. Did I really?
You did. But that's okay. You're young.
Trying my best.
I mean, the scoreboard girls next to you had it right on the board right in front of you.
I know. I was looking at the board.
All right, who do we have up for the Blast this inning?
It's a really good question. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's number 1. It's number 8. Sam
Mahoney.
See, she's swinging a wooden bat there for her warm-up swings. It's not something that you see too often.
It's interesting, yeah. That must be that Bo Jackson vibe. All the MLB players swing wooden bats, so it's probably a little bit heavier, so it's going to give her a little bit more power as she's swinging her aluminum bat. Aluminum? Are they aluminum anymore? Is it composite? Is it considered
I'd say
aluminum?
composite. That's a ghost bat. I'm not sure what exactly it's made out of. I can Google it.
First pitch outside.
Let me find out what ghost bats are made out of.
Strike 2. Sorry, that was strike 1, pitch number 2. I don't know why I said strike 2.
She'll foul it off hard over the first base dugout. The ghost bats, I believe, are aluminum.
That pitch was in the dirt. Got number 44, Abigail Johnson, on the mound.
Our batter will bounce it over the pitcher, and shortstop will come in and make that play. Will get her at first base. That was a beautiful read there. Let's take another look at that hit. It looked like it bounced right over the pitcher's head. Almost got it. Shortstop was right there. And the throw right on time. That would be our first out of this inning. And our pitcher will come back with first pitch strike against number 4, Bryn. Up to bat. A little wild pitch there. Gets by the catcher.
Swing and a miss by Miss Bryn Ballantyne. Oh, there's that changeup. So it looks like Rock Creek has some good changeups too. Got her swinging.
Yeah, these changeups are really, really good looking.
Yeah, they definitely got control of that. So, all right, now we got number 14, Cece Grigas. First pitch strike.
And I will say the Rock Creek are definitely battling back. It looks like our pitcher picked up a little bit more speed than she had last inning, maybe just shaking the nerves out, getting ready to play, got a little bit more adrenaline. She'll ground out to the third baseman, perfect throw, and that will conclude this inning.
Yep, just a little dribbler to short who fielded it cleanly. All right, so now it looks like we're going to have Brianna Pels start off for Rock Creek Patriots. Does make sense. Patriots would be red and blue. That just connected in my brain. Red, white, and blue, Patriots.
Oh,
you look so confused.
I thought you were talking about her name. I was like, that doesn't make sense.
No, I was saying Rock Creek Patriots, and then the Patriots kind of clicked into my brain.
Sense.
Now it makes sense that they're red, white, and blue.
It does make sense. Who do we got following?
Brianna Pels, and then Olivia
Agajanian. We got the phonetic spelling on this one. I was lucky enough to talk to the coach and be like, how do I say this name? So we got it right. Confirmed about 3 or 4 times that it is Agajanian, and it is phonetically spelled on my paper. So hopefully she is right, and I also didn't butcher it, but that's not for me to tell. Our score is 3-1. Patriots are up by 2 at the moment, but let's see if they can battle back. First pitch will be a ball. For the Patriots, she'll swing and foul it off. She did not seem too happy about that one. Looked like it was coming in really inside. That might have been a self-defense swing. I know I do those quite a few times, where you feel like it's going to hit you and you just try to hit it, just 'cause. That changeup didn't work. Just a little bit too short. Good hold there by Brianna. Solid line drive, foul ball down the first baseline. She's making really good connections so far. Count is 2-2. We have no outs so far. We're in the top of the 3rd inning in this game. We started a little bit early considering game before went a little bit short, and they also started earlier. I thought they were supposed to start at 9:30, but I think they started at like 9:10.
Yeah, there's reports of weather, some bad weather moving in. So I think they took the chance and moved some games up a little bit.
Yeah, it was drizzling a little bit earlier. Nothing too bad, but I do know it's supposed to start raining a little heavier. Hopefully not around 2 o'clock and get progressively worse as the day goes. But hopefully the skies will clear and it won't rain. If it does, hopefully just a little bit to the point where the games don't get canceled, because that would be really annoying. It's always frustrating as a player when your games get pushed back hours and hours and hours and then they're canceled.
Yep, exactly.
So the count is 3 balls, no strikes. We have 1 out. And she'll foul it off. The count is 3-1 now. We have Olivia Agajanian up to bat for the Patriots. And then following that, we have top of the order, Ella Roberts. And she'll take ball 4. And she'll take first base.
All right, so now we got Ella Roberts, who looks like another lefty. And it looks like we have a bee in our booth. All right, just kind of. Guess he's enjoying the game. He's perched on the window in front of us, looking out at the field.
Looking for a way out.
Kind of freaking all of us out up here. I don't think any of us like bees.
I do. Save the bees.
Save the bees. Doesn't mean he has to be in the booth with us. Let's see if we can get this window opened. And that'd be a no. Swing and a miss. There we go. Hopefully that works.
So we opened it a little bit. Maybe he'll go out. Maybe he won't. It's all right. She'll take her first ball. Looked like low and outside. The count was 1 ball, 2 strikes. We have 1 out in the field. Runner on first base. I know. Solid line drive hit to the left fielder. She'll catch it on the run. Beautiful read there. Came really far in to catch that ball. Runner stayed on first base. She did not tag up. That was a really great read there.
Yeah, definitely don't want to get called off on that. Caught off base. All right, now we got number 20, Kendall Petrie. Oh, just got fooled by that nasty changeup. Just caught a piece of it, so that's strike 1. Definitely sounds like the Rock Creek Patriots are definitely cheering. Now that we've opened the window, we can hear them even louder, so they are definitely fired up in their dugout.
That is for sure. I know we talked about this earlier for other games, that energy is a huge contributor to the games themselves, and that was strike 3. That is our 3rd out of the inning, which means that it's finished. Sometimes I just talk to talk. Don't know what I'm saying. But you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean. Unfortunately, that doesn't mean everybody else does.
It's okay. Our bee friend did not go out the window. In fact, he went to the other window, the one that is not open.
Can you open that one too?
I probably could. I could try.
No, I think it's the other window that opens.
I think they both open. I just can't. It's all right. I'll go out eventually.
Yeah. All right, we'll figure it out. So, looks like for Blast, should start out with Maddie Barber, who's our center fielder. She walked last time up.
Top of the order. Next, we have Hope Davis, who is our pitcher, and then Gabby.
Godino.
I can't read this. But that's just a me problem.
Yeah, we definitely realize that some coaches definitely need to work on their handwriting for their lineups when they have somebody announcing. It's not just for a scorecard.
Yeah. But it could also just be me, and I can't talk because I have very bad handwriting.
Yes, you do.
I feel bad for my teachers. She'll show bunt. Looks like she's slapping. Was this our switch hitter?
It was.
All right, so she's starting out lefty again. She'll take ball one, wild pitch.
That was definitely high, well over.
She'll show bunt again. She'll get it down. Pitcher fields it. Throw is not in time. She'll stay on first base. That was a good read there by the pitcher. Let's take another look at that bunt. Looked like she was going to slap it, but just laid it down.
That was a pretty bunt.
And the throw is not in time. Almost, but not quite. And she'll take second base.
Oh, hit her. The throw down hit her.
We've seen that a couple times now.
Yeah, that's her second stolen base of the game.
Nice. She's quick.
That's why she's lead off. That's why she's probably learning lefty slap.
I agree. Right, another wild pitch, and she'll take third base, rounding it, looking for catcher couldn't find the ball. It rolled around. So now we have a runner on third base, 2 balls, no strikes, no outs in this inning. Hope Davis is up to bat. It's pitcher versus pitcher, and it'll once again be in the dirt. Abigail in the circle is picking up a little bit more speed, but unfortunately it's a little bit wild and she's not quite hitting her spots. That's number 4 in the dirt. Blast will take first base on a walk and almost looked like she wanted to go to second base, but
definitely
didn't.
did.
So we've seen first and third situations before where there's a couple different options that they could do. The catcher could fake throw to second base and try to pick off the runner at third. It looks like we have a pinch runner for Hope. No. Yes, for Hope. And it looks like our runner is Cece. All right, and they just let her take second base. No use in throwing the ball around. So now we have a runner on second and third. No outs in this inning. Swing and miss. That is her second strike in this at-bat. No balls. The score is 3-1. The Patriots are winning. And she'll swing and miss. That was her third strike, but the catcher did not catch it. So if you did not know, there's a rule called drop third strike, where if the third strike is called but the catcher drops it, they can either tag the runner or try to get her at first base. And if the play is not made, then the runner gets to stay on first, or in this case, advance to second since it was a wild pitch. So
yeah, that was definitely good base running by her because she took off and didn't stop. She made it all the way to second base on a drop third strike, so that was great base running.
Definitely trying to draw that throw from the catcher, hopefully to score. The runner on third counts 2 balls and no strikes. Who do we have up to bat?
Looks like we have number 2, Mila Haskins.
She'll swing and miss for her first strike. With 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs on the field. Runner on second and third, nobody on first, so there's no force out. Ball 3, low and outside. Count is 3-1.
Yeah, runner on second's taking a huge lead. Kind of taunting that catcher to throw her out, but there's a runner on third.
We have full count here.
So they're definitely good on the bases, this Blast team.
For sure. They have a lot of speed. Solid line drive hit, and it will be foul down the first base line. That went really far.
Yeah, that was a good hit. Just unfortunately, On the wrong side of that white line.
You know something that's interesting? I'm not sure if we can see it on our feed, but if you look behind the umpire, there's a Patriots coach giving signs behind the batter's box. She'll hit it to the shortstop. She'll bobble it. Run will score. She'll be safe at first. Runner will advance to third. So it's first and third again. No outs. And it scores 4-1. Anyways, back to coach behind the batter's box. That's not something that you see too often. Runner will take second, won't throw down or anything. But usually we see teams with either coaches calling pitches from the dugout with numbers. Wild pitch again, runner will not advance. Good read there. Looked like it was a little bit short. But usually you see coaches calling pitches from the dugout with numbers or calling them with a note card or a wristband. And it looks like they are wearing some. Runner will advance on this wild pitch, and she's safe. Runner will also advance to third. But it's interesting to see that he's calling pitches behind home plate.
I don't necessarily see that he's calling them. I wonder if he's just that's Dad. So I wonder if he's just trying to give her some pointers, because he's got the same jersey number, so it looks like that might be just Dad telling her what to do.
Maybe. But it looks like he's giving some signs, and our batter will foul it down the first base line again. They're getting lots of contact. They're just a little bit late to the ball. Fouling everything right side, it seems. Number 44 is up to bat. This is Avery. She's the catcher for the Blast, and she'll strike out. Next up, we have Maddie. This is our third baseman for the Blast. We have one out in the field now. And she'll take ball one high. Solid line drive down the first base line. Looks like it was going to hit her own dugout. I could hear some girls scream. Not sure if the audio picked that one up, but I will say it's not easy being in that dugout. Grounder to first base. She'll get the out at one, throw home, not in time. Let's take another look at that play that was just happened. Gets her out at first. Good read there. Throw home. Throw was in time. Unfortunately, the tag wasn't quite there. Awkward slide there, but it worked.
Yeah, it did. She definitely needed a slide sooner.
Carly is up to bat for the Blast. We have two outs in the field now. Nobody on base. And she'll take ball 2 in her at bat. And that one would be a strike. That looked a little bit far out of the zone.
Looked a little up and out, but
Then again, we also have a different vantage point than our umpire. She'll swing and miss strike 2. We have 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs, and her number is 22.
there we go. 2s are wild.
2s are wild. Strike 3 right down the middle. That looked like it could have been a changeup. That was a beautiful pitch there.
right. So what do you think Rock Creek, well, not what do they need to do, because obviously they need to score, but we've got your third spot hitter coming up, Abigail Johnson, who's also our pitcher, I think.
I think that they need to come with a little bit more aggressiveness around the bases. That's something that's definitely contrasting between them and the Blast. They're pretty, I don't want to say slow, that's not the right word, but the Blast are definitely more aggressive with taking bases.
Oops.
And being more aggressive and like going and getting what they want and just taking it, not being scared almost. So the count is 1-1. I think once the Patriots get on base, they need to start stealing some more bases, taking extra bases instead of just going station to station. Oh, she'll take ball 2 high.
Yeah, Hope seems to be struggling a little bit. A lot of her pitches have been high. She needs to settle herself down a little bit.
She'll swing and a miss. Strike 2. Count is full. We have no outs. She'll swing and miss. Strike 3. One thing that I like to see is that the Blast throw the ball around after they get an out with nobody on base. That's something that you usually only see in the higher level teams. So I kind of like it at this age. Gets them. It's kind of like an almost intimidation factor.
Yeah, a little bit. It's giving them a little pep. All right, now we got Elizabeth Hansel, who just lined it foul down the first base side. Nice floaty change
back
pitch.
on that. That was gorgeous. Her changeup is working so well. We've seen it quite a few times here today. And she's going to keep throwing it same spot. And she'll strike out on it. That high and outside change, that combination is deadly, I'd say. Not only is that a hard spot to hit, especially at 13U, outside is not something that's easy for a lot of batters to hit. Even as you get older, outside is pretty hard to hit, and this umpire's calling a lot outside. So the outside combined with the changeup is not something easy for the Patriots to hit. The count is 1-1.
That one was just a little bit high over the catcher.
Just
directly
a little
into the
bit.
backstop. We've got Olivia Herner, struck out looking last time. Hopefully she can get the bat and the ball this inning.
She'll take strike 2. The count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one looked a little close. Count is 2-2 now. The score is 7-1. The Patriots are winning.
They are not.
Oh, then our scorebook's wrong.
Yeah, I have the Blast winning in my scorebook.
That seems more accurate. You guys know the graphics wrong, right? The teams are flipped. The Blast should be the gray.
No, that's right now. Oops. Yeah, Bo Jackson Blast.
Thank you. Don't need to open the boat.
All right, so first up for the blast this inning, looks like we have Emily Morales. She grounded out to the pitcher last time. I don't know what that noise was.
I don't know what that noise was either, but I keep hearing it. I wonder if they hear it on the stream.
She showed bunt.
Ball 1. A little bit of a wild pitch there. No harm since there's nobody on base. Not that good for her stats, though. But I will say this dirt is not something easy to play on, especially with the home plate. If you hit anywhere on the ground before the plate or on the plate, it will bounce over your catcher. And our batter will show bunt and take it back. That is ball 3 of this at-bat. She's done a great job of reading what will be or won't be a strike so far. And the count is now 3-1. And she'll take first base on a walk. You see she'll sprint down that line. That is not something that you see super often, but that's a really, really good thing to start doing young, especially as you get older and colleges start looking in to your games if you want to be playing. And she'll take second base. No throw. But hustle is one thing that you really, really got to make sure that you focus on. And this blast team has a lot of it. Overthrow, wild pitch, and she'll take third base. That's 3 bases and 3 pitches.
Yeah.
Technically 4 bases. No, 3. I was right the first time.
Third. And she's ready to take home. She's waiting for that wild pitch. She is poised and ready to go on third base.
That is Emily Morales that we're talking about here.
Yeah, she's quick.
Count is 2-2. No outs in the field. Blast is up by 6. Let's see if they can extend their score. And she'll strike out looking. Once again, that outside pitch. Next up, we have Cece, second baseman for the Blast. Oh my gosh, I did it again.
So apologies, that was Bryn Ballantyne. Bryn just grounded out to the second baseman who flipped it to first for an out, and that run will score.
So it's 8-1 now. So we have 2 outs in the field. Nobody on base, and she'll take ball 1. She'll foul off the second pitch. Now this is Cece. 4-14, back to back. Got a little mixed up there.
Ooh. Catcher just took a hard hit on that one. Hit the back of the plate, just bounced back up into her mask, but looks like she's okay.
That's what we were talking about before. If it hits anywhere on that plate, it is bouncy and will just take random bounces. She fouls this one off. The count is 2-2 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs.
Okay. All right, so count is now full. That was a ball. Gets away from the catcher. Last inning, CC did ground out to the shortstop. Let's see, hopefully she can get it past the shortstop this time. Oh, called third strike. All right, that was a 1-2-3 inning for the Rock Creek Patriots. Once again, today's game is brought to you by the Beacon Academy. Beacon Academy is a group of students doing their best to bring you this game on camera, in the booth, in the truck doing replays. They're doing a great job.
There's a lot that goes into this broadcast that most people do not see. We have 3 cameras being manned by high school students. We have directors, we have tech directors, we have people in audio, we have replay, we have graphics. Every position except for one is manned by high school students in these positions. The exception being my mom, but it's okay. I know this program does a lot of broadcasts. This is one of the only, if not the only, summer broadcasts that we do, and the only softball games that we do. We don't see much of those during the school year. If any, we usually focus
Very
on...
good, a camera operator. Give us a
There
wave.
we go.
Hi. Doing a great job out there. All right.
Usually we focus on basketball, and we've started doing football recently too. But we do this tournament pretty much every year that I can remember, so really, really glad that we're doing this here. So props to all of them. And me, because I'm a part of it too.
You are a part of it.
So the count is 2-2 now.
For Peyton Soloff.
She's the leadoff hitter for this inning for the Patriots. And she'll take strike 3. Looked a little bit low, so I could understand the hesitation, but when you have 2 strikes on you, you got to expand your zone a little bit more. See, it looks kind of like right at the knees, and it dropped a little bit. I wonder if that was a changeup, or maybe she has a little drop ball in there. But it worked well. So we have 1 out. She'll foul it up, and it'll hit the net. That's one thing that we were talking about yesterday is we are grateful for these really, really tall nets, because I think there would be some foul balls that would have broken these windows in front of us.
Absolutely.
And that may have been
protects the
one of
fans
them.
too.
Hard grounder to the shortstop. Good play there, keeping in front of her. Throw is in time. It was a beautiful play there.
Yeah, definitely a great play by shortstop.
Let's take another look at that hard hit to the shortstop. She did a great job of flipping her glove, fielding that at her chest instead of anywhere else, letting it bounce off of her. I don't know.
No, it was a good clean play. Now we got 99 number 99 Kenzie Strasburger. I was worried about saying the last name and I screwed up her numbers.
Count is 1-1. We have 2 outs in the field. And that one will be a ball. Looked low and outside. She's a true lefty. She's a lefty in the field and in the batter's box. I know some players are fake lefties, so they'll just hit lefty, but they'll field and throw righty. But it looks like she's a true lefty. And she'll take ball 4 high. So she'll take first base.
All right, next up we have Gigi Bryant, number 22. Gigi struck out last inning. Hopefully she can get that bat on the ball and get 99 over to second base at least.
She'll take ball 1 low. You can see she's looking at her wristband there. Maybe she'll bunt. Maybe she'll fake bunt. Maybe runner's going to steal. Runner is going to steal. Throw is not in time. There was a little bit of hesitation there by the umpire, but I think she got under the throw just in time. There's a beautiful throw there by our catcher, Avery, for the blast. It'll be ball 3 high, no strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second base. She'll take her first strike. Count is 3-1. And she'll swing and miss that strike 2. So we have full count, 2 outs, which means the runner on second should be not quite stealing, but stealing on the pitch. And that is a called strike 3. Looked pretty much down the middle. We've seen that for both teams quite a bit today. They need to stop watching called third strikes. At least try to get your bat on it. Strikeout swinging is much better than strikeout looking.
Yeah, definitely you've got to protect. You've got full count, 2 outs. You've got to get your bat on the ball. All right, so looks like this inning we are going to start off with Maddie Barber. Looks like she is normally our switch hitter. First inning she switched. Last inning she stayed lefty, and she's warming up as a righty, so it's kind of cool. Don't see that very often, especially at this age level.
Definitely. It's really interesting to see. I know I've attempted to hit lefty, and it has not gone well. I know a couple of my old teammates also attempted to hit lefty and did not go well, so it's really impressive to see. I wonder if she's ambidextrous.
Don't know. We could always ask her afterwards.
Maybe. She's our leadoff hitter for the Blast. It's our center fielder as well. She'll take strike 1. She'll take ball high. The count is 1-1. No outs in this inning. In this half inning. She'll foul it off. She's got 1 ball, 2 strikes. She got walked last time she was up. And she likes to steal bases.
Yep, it looks like Maddie's leading the team in stolen bases with 2, possibly 3, I think, last game.
She'll wait on the changeup, foul it off, and it'll hit the net on the first base side. So the count is 2-2. Did a great job of waiting back on that changeup and connecting with it. And she'll swing and miss. Strike 3.
That brings up number 12, Hope Davis. Hope has grounded out. Oh. High fly ball into left field. Left fielder just misplays it and misses it. So Hope is going to take 2 on that. Oh, that was a tough play.
And she did lay out for it. Unfortunately, just didn't track it quite right. Got through her. There would be a pinch runner for her. You can take another look at that play that just happened. Beautiful hit there. Just almost got it.
Yep.
So we have a fair ball hit off the third baseman's glove, I believe, and it went foul. So we have runners on second and third at the moment. Number 2 is up to bat. That would be Mila Haskins for the Blast. They've kept their lead really well so far. Wild pitch bounces off the umpire's foot, stays in front of the catcher, so that was good. Almost could have been another run. She'll foul it off. The count is 1-1 now. We have one out.
It looks like last inning Mila hit it to the shortstop, and she reached on an error. If I remember correctly, the throw to the first baseman was a little bit off.
And she'll take ball inside. The count is 2 balls, 1 strike. Ball 3 outside. The count's 3-1 now. She's looking for a perfect pitch here. Got to be exactly what she wants, or else she probably won't swing at it. If she does, she fouls it to the first baseman, and she'll catch it in foul territory. Runner will not tag up, so we have 2 outs in the field. And we have number 44 up to bat, which would be Avery for the Blast.
Avery has walked and struck out, so let's see if she can get a hit this time.
She'll take strike 1 down the middle.
And I did get a little more insight behind the coach that is behind the backstop. It definitely is the coach. Looks like that's Coach, I think, Jeff Johnson. So it is interesting because he goes out and coaches third base.
So what just happened there was a wild pitch. Runner scored. Throw was in time, but her foot got under the tag. Runner advanced to third as well. So the score is now 9-1. Blast is winning. Good pick there by the catcher. It's tough.
Flip the score. Bo Jackson Blast has 9. Rock Creek has 1.
She'll ground it to the third baseman, and she'll field it in foul territory.
But she touched it fair.
But he called it a foul ball. So
Oh, we did call it foul.
runner
Okay.
will go back to third, and she'll get another shot. It's full count, 2 outs. So the runner should be going on the pitch. But it's a little scary, especially when you're at third base. And she'll take ball 4. Let's see if she takes second base on this pitch or if she'll wait for the next one. Looks like she'll wait for it.
Well, kind of like we talked about last game, they are winning 9-1, so you don't want to rub it in. Oh, it looks like we got a timeout on the field for the Rock Creek Patriots coming out, probably to settle their pitcher down a little bit.
What do you think she's saying right now? I know you were coaching for quite a bit. You coached me and you played quite a bit and you were a pitcher. What do you think she's telling her team right now?
It looks like she's talking to her pitcher, trying to tell her, hey, this is your strike zone. You need to, she keeps indicating her stomach. I think she's just trying to get her to throw strikes. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. You know, right now, I mean, at this level, you just need to throw strikes. So, when her teammates got her back, they all gave her high fives. I think she's good. So, let's see what happens.
She came out strong earlier in the game. Looks like she's getting a little bit tired now, but I think I would be too.
It looks like on that pitch, Avery Gage just basically stole second base. Catcher's indifference, basically, because you've got a runner on third. You don't want to give up that run.
Wild pitch again. Runner will
Runner
score,
scores.
throws it away, and she'll take home, and she's safe. Did not get the tag. That was really, really great base running there by the Blast.
Yep, that ball just got away from the catcher, but by the time she flipped it back, there was nothing she could do, and it looks like that is the game.
Called game. Let's take another look at that. So there was the wild pitch. Oh, that's not the right one. Oops. Well, the game is over.
All right,
The score is 11-1. Blast 1.
All right. Well, that was a pretty good game. I mean, Rock Creek definitely has some great at-bats. They have a lot of lefties. They do a lot of slapping. So I think they are 2-0 in the tournament so far.
0-2?
They are 2-0. They have won 2 games.
You just said the Rock Creek Patriots. You mixed up the teams. Yes, you did. Okay.